Alrighty, good morning, good morning. Let us see what the day has in store for us. So we are going live right now. Let me make sure that everything's running correctly. Before I do. But good morning, everybody. Welcome to Radtrades. It is Monday, Australia time zone, 9:52 a.m. Had a bit of a late start, per se. Oops. But it's all right. Normally, this is the time I like to trade. I like to give it about an hour ish, between, especially market on open after a weekend news and everything, personally. So let's see what's going on here. First of all, we do see that this is testing from the zone. Um, I'm a person that also likes to trade patterns such as double top, double bottom. Those for me are the best ones that I get confirmation. Inverted head and shoulders or head and shoulders is hit or miss. For me, I like to keep it simple. If I see this, that's it. Any other patterns, I don't want to take really. But besides that, welcome. We're gonna start the morning off by looking at this. We do see it bouncing from. Maybe you can hear me, maybe not. The mic's all the way over there. We do see it bouncing strongly from this 4-hour key level here. So this resistance. It had a nice sharp bounce. I did see this early in the morning as soon as it was what? I saw this rejection right here and I was like, ooh, that's a possible good one to take. Actually right here, I saw this bearish engulfing candle and I was like, okay, that's a possible good one to take, and I would have taken that one. But unfortunately, early bird gets the worm. I didn't get the worm this morning. I kind of was struggling this morning to get up. But if I would have gotten in, I would have immediately, once it closed, put my stop loss probably somewhere around here just to make sure. And I would have taken that. Why there? Well, I would have used that top part of the fair value gap. So as you can see, the top part just to protect myself. Because normally it would have done something like it did here, which could have potentially rejected me on the next candle. But really, it just depends how close you set it. Oh yeah, exactly where I had it up there. So normally I like to have it halfway between a fair value gap and a key level. In this case, right there, which means I wouldn't have gotten wicked out. I would have gotten perfectly safe, and I would have already found a profit. Take profit of 460 for today, because my take profit would have been set at the previous low, which for me, my previous low, some people's is the wicks. For me, I prefer to be better safe than sorry, so it would have been at the close of the previous bearish candle, which would have been this side over here. So that would have been my take profit right there. 460 already within. Let's see. Take profit within how long? 1 hour and 30 minutes. Done for today across 2 accounts. That's what, $920 already for the day, USD. So that would have been a great move. Obviously, early bird gets the worm. That's something that I personally have to work on. At the same time, who the hell's gonna tell me what to do, and who's gonna tell me what time I should and should not start? Really, that's up to you. That's why doing trading and working for yourself, it's something that I personally enjoy, is because I don't have to wake up at anybody's time, or I just don't have to wake up for anybody, or I don't have to keep to anybody's schedule. In and out, done. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for to get a rejection off of this clearly support level that's been tested again and again, and now possibly again. So it's too hard to tell here where we're gonna go. It's still early in the morning after the weekend with a lot of news, whether it be positive news, negative news. I have taken a look. Some things about Fed's cut rates possibly. So it depends what's gonna happen. Really. But we can see. Anything really. Interesting, eh? I mean, they've always been partners. It's not something new to us, really. They've always been partners, you know. It's not something that is not something that's new pretty much. But at the same time, you know, it does affect in this case since we're trading the US market, because anything that they do or happens or they say could affect us in any way. Let us see. Development partner on our rivals. Yeah, we know this. Agree. They're discussing ways to improve trade ties and make global tariff uncertainty. Yeah, they want to keep making money. Say they're seeking to align against the pressure of the West. Figure that camera situation out right there. Anyways, besides that, there's nothing really too bad when you think about it in the news. Let's see, what else? Taylor Swift is getting married. Besides that, nothing that could affect us right now besides just keeping in the same trajectory we're going. So what I'm looking is for this essentially to break this zone right here and fix the camera again. Try it like that. Maybe if I put it this way, it could be a bit better because the sunlight from outside is not going to hit it directly. Maybe that's the problem. Let's see if I do it this way. On camera, work. Maybe I'll just close the curtain. Maybe it's a sunlight today. Just too bright a bit. Does that work a bit better? I feel like I'm Batman now. I'm Batman. All right, that's a bit better. You know what? I have a great idea. I got one of these things. It's like a light thing. It might just be what I need essentially to counterbalance this, really. There's different colors, blue. Let's see what color it turns into now. All right, that might actually help out so much. Alrighty, that is way better, and it doesn't block my natural light. Alrighty, way better. Alrighty, perfect. So, I got natural light, fake light. Alright, but besides that, back to it. So what am I looking for? What I'm looking for essentially is to possibly get a break below this level and we can see, which will give me a double top, which normally for me signifies that we're going to be headed downwards. If this does happen, I will be looking at taking a purchase somewhere around, let's see, I prefer to take a purchase right below in the between that previous wicks low, and then I'd set my stop loss. I want to set my stop loss to the point where, okay, if I'm right, I am right. If I'm wrong, then I don't lose that much, right? I want to start protecting myself a bit better than I was before. But there we go. So my stop is going to go above the open of the previous candle. And I'm just going to protect myself like that. And we'll see what happens then, eh? Oof, it's kind of chilly in my apartment today. Do I know why? I don't know why. I'll be safe and warm. If I wasn't LA, California dream. Such a classic song. But besides that, that's pretty much what I'm looking for, guys. Let's see S&P 500. S&P 500 did do a nice pull. Early in the morning. It's not something I would have personally taken because market open up or up here. Okay, it didn't do no breakout, you know, close in the key level, you know, it didn't do anything. It broke out above and it didn't do a single retest, and for me that's not confirmation enough. It could just easily, as this, it could easily just, you know, keep bouncing and break and then keep going up. Let me see before what has happened before. Here, is this the high? Are we at the high? Yeah, we are at the high. So we're technically at the high. So for me, it's not. When we look at the 4 hour, we have it broke below, retested, technically engulfing candle, which we're on right now. But it's not something like if we go to the 1 hour. Okay, we're in the 1 hour. We see that, right? I mean, it looks pretty solid considering also rejection from the support, which was previous resistance, and now support. Bounce from the VWAP, bounce from the fair value gap, and it's still bouncing up. No bottom wick, clear pull up. I don't know, I just don't personally would take anything there. To each their own, right? But in my opinion, I would not be taking anything there. At the same time, I should be cleaning up a bit of my candles because even though it looks good on the 4 hour, because you know it has all the key levels really, this one right here I could probably clean out. Could I? Or is it this one? I think I could clean this one up. Yeah, I could clean that one. When I say clean, I mean get rid of it. Get rid of that one right there. So So that's what we want to also do. When we see a key level that's really not per se useful anymore, then you just want to get rid of it. You know, allow for more breathing room in your chart, less noise, really. And then normally it saves automatically, but I still always hit the save button because I'm special. If somebody complains about my chart lines in the gold, you're probably right. But I don't care because they work for me. They retest, reject the support lines all the time. These are key levels that I have here that have been tested time and time again. So it's a strong key level that I know if in the future it decides to drop down, that is a key level that will be tested again. And yeah, great. But yes, so that's why. Besides, since you know we do always tend to drop down, it doesn't really affect me anyway because I always drop down to the 15-minute, and then I'm always making sure that they are respecting it, and if not, if they're not respecting it, then I just delete them. As you could tell from the S&P 500, I deleted it really easy. No pain, no pain, no fall, and I didn't cry over it. So it is what it is. Probably drop down this just a tiny bit. Perfect. All right, better. Resizing the screen. Don't want you guys to suffer not seeing the chart. But let us see. I am thirsty currently, and well, yeah. Currently, I'm trying to get the link to something, so bear with me, guys, whoever is here. We're trying to get the link to something. I gotta get better at this. Oops. Because apparently I don't know how to use links and whatnot, but it's alright. I'm figuring it out little by little. Everything like in life takes time to figure out. And sometimes it's okay that you don't figure it out, you know? It just takes time. It does take time. Time is all we need. Just like in the markets, don't get desperate when you don't see something. Like right now, I've been how long here? 20 minutes. I thought it was gonna move faster, but clearly it's not wanting to move faster. Am I getting desperate? Am I crying about it? No. I'm just chilling, talking to myself and a mic, and whoever's the one follower I have or one viewer I have, which honestly, welcome. But so I'm trying to set this up so that I could post it on my Instagram, the link, see if it works. But apparently I'm outdated and I don't know how to click a link. There's the link button. So you just click the link button, paste. There you go. Let's put a song then. My song's always Gangsters in Paradise. But besides that, perfect. It's all about patience, really, when it comes down to this. Like, you can't ever just be upset because it's taking too long or whatever. It's part of trading. Trading, literally. I'll show you something. I'll show you something that I actually reposted on my Instagram. It says, where is it? I'm gonna try to see if you guys can see it. Maybe you guys can see it, maybe not. Hopefully you guys can. But it says trading is 90% waiting. Yeah, it's not gonna zoom in. But trading is 90% waiting, the rest is surviving the temptation to trade when you shouldn't. Essentially, it is the truth. So in that case, let's flip it a bit. Let's flip it for a second. Trading, in this case, because not many people say 90%, but trading is 80%. Trading is 80% psychology, right? Trading is 80% psychology, 20% strategy. So we could apply it to saying something like trading is 80% patience, 20%. Actually, wait. 20% strategy. Yeah, exactly. 80% patience, which is the waiting, right? The psychology. And the other 20% is strategy. Knowing when to trade and when not to trade. Holding yourself back from saying to those strategies, be gone, It's all about that. And a lot of people think that trading is kind of like, oh, cool. I'm going to make a quick $100,000 right here. It's going down. I know it's going down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down here, put a stop loss right above here, I'm going to increase that to about 20, 30. Wow, I'm going to make 2,300 already in one go with a risk of 930. That is really tempting though. But we got to remember, a 930 loss is not what we want. What do we want? Well, we don't want that. I wonder if there's a template here that I could draw for you guys. You know what? I could draw up here and just delete it later. Boom. Perfect. Alrighty. So if our capital is 25K, right? That's our capital, 25K. You want to risk only 1% or for me, it's you only want to risk, especially when you're starting out, 1 to 2% of capital per trade. So really, what you're looking to trade, I put it in sweet spot in the middle, so that's gonna be percent. So I can only risk per trade 375. And just in case you don't know, how do you get this math? Well, you divide this, you multiply 25K times 1 point. Did I do the point right? I'll just do it better. 1.5 and then percent, which equals your your 375. Come on, 375. And just in case, that's $375. $375 per trade. That's how much you want to risk per trade. More than that, you're just being an idiot. Less than that, you're just being scared. And scared money doesn't make money. So now I'm going to delete all this. Lucky I figured it out how to do it quicker, because before it would have taken me forever to do that. But you see what I'm saying? Scared money doesn't make money, but blowing up your account is not smart either. If you're gonna be dumb, be dumb. But when somebody, and a lot of traders, tell you to maximize your risk at 1 to 2% per trade, they're saying that for a reason. And to be honest, I used to be one of those people to just try to go all in. Oh my God, I'm in a funded account, I gotta pass this so I can start making real money. So what I used to do, my smart self, I would load everything I could. When I say everything, let's say that on 2 accounts I could do 20 in each account. So I would load 40. So technically 20 and 1, 20 and 1, right? 40, which is the whole account, how many micros I could trade, right? And then I would say, oh, but what if the wick goes up? Like, for example, what if it does a huge wick, like right here? A huge wick, What am I going to do? Or I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise it all the way up to here to protect myself. That's perfect. That's so smart. I'm so smart. No, you're not being really smart. I mean, you're still doing technically a 1.31 to 1. But at the same time, what are you risking? You're risking to blow up your account because your risk is so big. Like, I mean, a $2,200 risk is not worth it. Now, this is based on capital. Let's say you have $1 million capital, right? Your risk then changes to something different. Obviously, let's say some people have, let's say 800,000, right? And 1.5, your risk is going to be 12,000 per trade. Why does it zoom in all the time? There we go. 12,000 per. You know what? It does really well for the camera, but it doesn't do very well for this. Oh, I know what it is. Anyways, 12,000 per trade. That's big. That's very nice. But at the same time, you want to be keeping your losses in check. You don't want to be going all in, thinking like this is the casino, because it isn't. This is your job. You're making this your career. You're making this your career. And you just got to be patient and wait. You know what? And if I don't take a trade right now and I end the stream after what? I give it another 30 minutes. If I don't take another trade here, then oh well, so be it. If I take a trade, then great, it's great that I took another trade. But the thing is that I want to do things my way, not the highway way. And what I mean by the highway way is, like, you remember when your parents or your family members or your bosses or anybody says, It's either my way or the highway. Well, usually they're saying that because you want to take a shortcut, right? You want to do things your way. And doing things your way is probably going to lead to a mistake or losing money or whatever. So I'm going to do it my way, not the highway, which is the short way, trying to cut my rules and my policies and my strategies and my psychology. It's about doing it my way, which is the smart way, the way that traders have done it, the way I've learned from other traders and everything like that, you know? Um, so it's about patience. For me, patience. Why is that? Well, I have severe ADHD and patience is not my virtue, but I'm working on that. That's something that I'm working on, especially right now, and it's getting better. But anyways, while this candle closes, I got 7 minutes. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee and I'll be right back. I'm going to mute myself. I'll be back. Enjoy the music.
Telephone wires above, are sizzling like a snare. Honey, I'm on fire. I feel it everywhere. Nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby, you the best. I've got that summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Got that summertime sadness. Oh, I'm feeling electric tonight. Cruising down the coast, going about 99. Got my bad baby by my heavenly side. I know if I go, I'll die happy tonight. Oh my God, I feel it in the air. Telephone wires above, are sizzling like a snare. Honey, I'm on fire. I feel it everywhere. Nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby, you the best. I've got that summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Got that summertime sadness. Oh, kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby, you the best. You'll always be my baby. I'm always thinking of you, baby. Touch me in the morning, and I think the night. Keep my body warm, baby. You know if it's right.
Alrighty, guys. I bring here an honorary guest. His name is Jalapeno. Say hello, Jalapeno, to the world. Hello. Say meow. Anything? This is my baby boy. He is right now 10 months old. 11. He's a very nice boy. He wakes me up at 5 in the morning every day. And that's why it took me a little bit longer today. Because he woke me up at 5 and I went back to sleep because he, well, you know, cats are very, I don't know, they like waking you up while you sleep. Maybe I made the coffee too hot. Too hot. Oh, yeesh. Too hot. But anyways, let us see. Let us see.
But I don't do too well with apologies. I hope I don't run out of time, call someone call a referee. Cause I just need one more shot of forgiveness. Is it too late now to say sorry? This is more than just your body.
So let's talk about some of my rules, really. So, for example, here. Would I have taken a trade here? No. Why not? Well, it neither closed above the bearish candle or anything. It was a good wick signifying the upward trend, but there was no sign. Now here, what do we have? An engulfing bullish candle. Would I have bought here? Yes, I would have bought here with a price target up. Oops, hello. I would have bought here towards the open of the next candle. I would have allowed it to reject a bit like it did here, and then once it started turning green, I would have bought in. So what would I have done? I would have, why is it not working right now? Give me a second. I would have bought right there. There we go. With the take profit of this level right here. Oh, I'm still at 40. Okay, let's go back to what I like. My comfort zone 10. Alrighty, boom. $540 already. Bam. My wick, or my stop loss, would have been, after seeing that wick rejected, right? I would have been right around, personally, honestly, I would have had it right below the previous low of the candle. So I would have been right there. That is a beautiful setup in my opinion. Very beautiful. It is 540 to 240. It's beautiful. And it works out. Now here we have this candle closing. It is a bullish engulfing candle, signifying what? We're probably not going down actually. Now what are we going to do? We're going to retest and probably reject on this fair value gap going upwards. Would I buy here? Yeah, I could potentially buy here with a stop loss of up here. But let's see first what's going to happen. It is a Monday. I try to be a little bit more cautious with Monday, especially because the volume isn't usually there. So let's see. In this case, I would have put my stop loss right there, probably. Let's see. And my take profit would have been right there. Maybe a little bit lower though. Stop loss right there. So 3-1. Pretty good. One to pick up the phone, really drunk and alone to don't let it in. So what I want to see is that rejection from that fair value gap right there that is formed, and see what happens here. There is quite a bit volume here, as you could tell. It's just kind of consolidating in that range. Right here, really. Beep, 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 beep. So I don't know what's gonna happen, really. But personally, it's a bullish engulfing candle. But for me, the signs are right now is that it was too big of a candle, and two, the VWAP is reject. So the candles are rejecting from the VWAP. For me, it's one of the signs that I follow. You know, could be different for everybody, but for me, that's one of my signs. Let's see what happens in this one. Again, patience is key to success at the end of the day. And if I don't take this one, that's okay. Mondays for me are a hit and miss when it comes to the markets anyways. Some days I trade, some days I don't. Depends on volume. And the volume in this, it's the volume in this is, why is it not showing the volume? Oh, there it is. The volume, is it there? Kind of not. For me, one of the things is the VWAP. I like things. I get more confirmation when things bounce from the VWAP. So you see here, rejection from the VWAP, rejection from the VWAP, rejection, rejection, rejection. It all rejected the VWAP all the way down. So when you have something cross the VWAP, usually it's a sign, in my opinion, that it's starting to change a trend. So now we're probably going to a bearish state. So, and if I do take a trade here, I'm breaking my own rules because these are my key levels. You see, resistance, support. This line right here is mainly to mark out essentially where essentially I would take a double top just to see it. It's not something I would classify as a retest, in my opinion, because yeah, it's retesting something, right? Because these have rejected this, so it's retesting it. But for me, it's not a strong key level to take a confident bounce from. So technically, let's remove this line real quick. Pop, remove. Where am I trading from? I'm trading from the middle. I have a strict rule about trading in the middle. I don't trade in the middle. I do not trade in the middle at all. So this for me is trading in the middle. So it's things like that you got to keep a lookout for, guys. It's sometimes remembering your rules and regulations. Sorry, SDS drill started hammering down in my building. Daniel Trades had the same problem. He got people hammering in his building. Now I got people hammering in my building. Thousands of kilometers away, and people are still hammering. You know, but at the same time, if not now, then when are they gonna do it? At night, when most people get back from work and they just want to relax and chill? Or in the morning when they know most people are away for work? Or would you rather them doing while you're sleeping? Yeah, you're not gonna want that, are you? I know you're not. I wouldn't either. I would not want that either. So the thing is that, you know, there's some battles that you choose and some others that you just let them be, because if not down, then when? The coffee's hot, boiling hot, but I am needing coffee right now. That's the point, guys. It is pretty good. But it is hot. But if this trade doesn't work out, guys, and if I do end up the stream, I'll probably stream for, you know what, I'll probably stream till 12. It's gonna be a long stream, but because, you know, it takes time sometimes. Ascona Interiors. Interesting. I gotta send a buddy something. So a buddy of mine is a cabinet maker. He's really good with the tools, and I think I found a good opportunity for him because his current job is all right, you know. But this opportunity would be really good for him, actually. Like really, really good. So you guys see how that's technically like bouncing from the VWAP right there. Right now it's retesting that VWAP. And like I said, you know, this is why I don't like taking things in the middle, and I don't like taking things against the VWAP typically. I like taking things with the VWAP. But this is what happens when you try to trade on the, technically right now it's Sunday, I think. And I think the market's going to be closed for a bit, especially futures market maybe, because of Labor Day back in the U.S. Now it's tasting better. But the thing is, yeah, I think it might be closed, maybe, potentially. Who knows? All right, but here, look at this. VWAP, right? Rejection up the whole way up. The VWAP was up here, and now it crossed. Now it's rejecting that zone, and it keeps rejecting it. So we could potentially see, look at that. Liquidity sweep right here, liquidity grab, tomato. Liquidity grab right here from the fair value gap. And now on the upward trend. Possibly. There was a lot of gaps here. So just be coming back for revenge. Put that now back there now that you guys understand what I was talking about. All right, so here we go. There we go. We got a nice play that would have occurred, or that is occurring technically. It's still not something I regret. Like, oh man, I could have taken that. I could have been already. I could have been in the green already. Oh man, why? Yeah, okay, you could have been in the green at $200, but now you'd be down. You'd be back to $90 per account. You want to take safe trades. You don't want to take risky trades because you're desperate. Remember what I said in one of the other lives. Trading is like surfing. Trading is like surfing. When you surf, you don't want to be giving it your all in each little wave, because then you're going to burn out. And then when the real wave comes, you might be too burnt out to realize that it's a good wave and miss it. And you took all these other crappy waves that would have, you know, thrown you off, you know, were fake news, faked out or whatever. Trading is the same way. the human as a general has dopamine, right? And we're always chasing. We're always trying to chase. Um, but in this case, if we chase the wrong trade, then what we're gonna do is that we're gonna miss the big trade, the big beautiful setup that we're like, oh man, I wish I would have seen that. But the thing is that we did see it, we just didn't react to it because since we got burnt out, or we got burnt, meaning that we lost trades from previous other trades that we thought we saw, because we didn't wait patiently for the perfect setup, then we would not have taken that perfect setup and it would have ended up being a red day. So like this, like I told you guys, this is not a trade in the middle that I would have taken. It's fighting that, it's really fighting actually that the VWAP. If my cat would have let me sleep, I would have definitely taken a trade here this morning confidently. And I would have probably had my first take profit right here. Boom. Which would have knocked me out. Easy. Take profit, 450 across 2 accounts. It's 949. That's 900. Sorry with my math. I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. But the point is, I would have had it a little bit above, in between, right there. So yeah. But the point is that I would have definitely taken that. Would I have been happy for the day? Yes, I would have definitely been happy for the day. Would I have been able to record it live? No, because I would have. Actually, yeah, I probably would have recorded it live. If I'm being fair, yeah, I would have definitely recorded it live. Hands down. And these people are drilling my ears out. Like, what are they doing? Ugh. Yeah. Oh, that coffee now tastes good. See? Patience. Even though I didn't have that much patience to wait, the coffee is way better right now. Way, way, way better. How way better? Way better. I'm trying to clip this here, that way it doesn't pull the cable too much. There we go. Way better. Alright, a red candle close, rejecting off of that VWAP. I'm not too crazy about this right here. Don't take anything in the middle. What are we in right here? We are in a giant middle section. So what do? Nothing. I'm not going to trade in the middle. If there's nothing in the resistance or in the support, I don't trade in the middle, personally. That's me personally. Could some people say, oh, but you miss out so many opportunities, clearly rejecting it from that VWAP, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's rejecting from the VWAP and the fair value gap. I have done that before. I have traded when it's concise like this, like right here. Rejection from the VWAP, rejection from the fair value gap. And if it gives me an engulfing bullish candle, I've done it before. And I have succeeded before. It's probably, I've succeeded before when both align. See, I try to always have 2 or 3 confluences. So what do we have here? This is one, right? The fair value gap, rejection, that's one confluence. Rejecting from the VWAP, second confluence. And if it could close a bullish engulfing pattern or variation pattern, right? That's a third confluence. I would take it. But it's in the middle. It's not something I'm going to take. And it's not something I like to do often. It is what it is. Yeah, last week was not the my proudest moment. Oh, are we in September? We're in September. What? Yeah, last week, like I said, guys, I did fumble the bag this day. I could have ended with a green day, but I really fumbled the bag on Wednesday, like I said already. It was just one of those self-destructive moments that I talk about. Um, you self-sabotage yourself. I did that on Wednesday big time. Like, I mean, consider this. I could have ended the day if I would have done it smart, right? I would have only technically lost. Bear with me. Okay. If I wouldn't have fumbled the bag here, I just did the calculation, I would have technically ended up with a 300 green week. $300 green week. For a lot of y'all might not be like, wow, this guy's balling. I'm not balling. I'm balling my eyes out that I messed up those accounts. Yeah. But a 300 USD, let's see, USD to AUD. Let's see. That's almost, yeah, 450 Australian dollars. You know, could this give me for much? It could give me for, let me see. What are my essentials technically? Actually, this is exactly what I need. Exactly. Well, I mean, heck. I'm very conservative and very frugal with my money. So I keep my bills very, very low, technically. So it is exactly $58 more than what I need per week to survive. So my monthly bills are about the $1,600 mark, I think. 1,600, 1,550 to 1,600 per month. I keep my bills. I'm very frugal with my money. I keep my bills in check. That way, I can make sure that I can last worst case scenario. Emergency savings and plannings. So really, it's $58 more than what I need, which times 4, that's $232 that I could deposit straight into my savings. See, guys? Do you see what I'm talking about, guys? This is exactly what I am talking about. That drilling noise in the background is driving me nuts right now. But my ADHD is stronger. Actually, no. I am stronger than my ADHD. That's what I meant to say. But the point is, I'm $58 more than what I need to survive. So what does that mean, really? Well, what it means is that, hey, I should be happy with having a green day like this because I'll be able to pay my bills and still have $232 to save per month. Is it what I'm aiming for? No, I want to be able to, be making a lot more money, but I'm not struggling. That's what I'm saying. So, with that being said, really that's technically what I'm saying. What I want to aim for is to be able to cover my bills. After I start being able to cover my bills, what's my next goal? Okay, my next goal is to completely change my lifestyle, completely change my life, completely change the lives of the people around me. So for my partner, my girlfriend, right, change her life. Change honestly, my cats have I have 2 cats. One hers, one's mine. But I want to be able to completely change the lives of my cats. Even though they're already living the life. They probably eat better than I do. Funny enough. But the thing is that, everything takes time. I want to change my aunt's life. I want to change my uncle's life. My uncle, he's he makes good money. He's a surgeon He's a surgeon. He's a surgeon. He's a surgeon. Jesus. I don't know why. He's a surgeon back home, and he's a very prominent surgeon. So does he need anything? No, he could have a lot and more if he wanted to. But I still want to give him a really good life, because him and my aunt, they've taken really good care of me, and they have been the people to support me through a lot of life decisions. And my aunt, bless her heart, she's such a sweetheart. You know, I want to give her a lot of things too. She's emotionally, she's always been there for me. She's always been kind of like the my foundation, really, and helping me out a lot. And she's made me the person that I am today. Her and my uncle, both of them have made me into the person I am today, because they've shown me what love is essentially, and they've changed my life, and they've helped me live a better lifestyle than I would have if they wouldn't have shown up in the picture and taken care of me. But the thing is that I owe a lot to them, really, I really do. And that's why for me trading is such an important thing. And this is me getting into my personal life now, but this is why for me trading is such a big aspect, is because I want to be able to give them even a better life than what they have right now. And they already have a good life. I'm not gonna say, like, they have a good life. They travel, they have no problems at all. But there's always more. I could give my aunt a healthcare worker that could be helping her out with anything, or a cleaner. That way she doesn't, she doesn't have to stress about anything. I'm sure she probably already has a cleaner, but I could always make sure that they have something. She doesn't want to cook. Okay, no worries. I'm gonna have like a professional chef drop food at your house all the time, or a professional, or just, hey, what are you craving today? Stuff like this is what I want to be able to give to them. Just like they were able to give to me when I was, in my most important time of my life. When, you're deciding your life and you're changing your ways and everything like that. They did help me out a lot. Like my uncle, poor guy, he'd get off a 24-hour shift, and my aunt would have to do something with my cousins or whatever, take him somewhere, because she's always been running around. And my uncle would be like, "You hungry?" And I'm telling you, the guy would have gotten off a 24-hour shift as a surgeon, and he'd be like, "You hungry?" And he'd, without a care in the world, he'd be like, "Okay, I'll make you something." And he'd always make me like these. He knows I love quesadillas and stuff like that, just the simple things for me. And he'd make me these quesadillas or these sandwiches or even these chicken nuggets. And he's like, "Here you go." And he's like, "I'm going to go to bed." And I'm like, "Okay." Could I have done it myself? Yeah. But it shows the love that he has for me, and the love that my aunt has for me. She used to drive me back and forth to appointments, or to, different things. And, the point is that both of them showed love to me. Love that, yeah, I had received, but in different ways. And they showed me what it was. Like, for example, my uncle, he showed me what it was to be a calm, peaceful man. And my aunt showed me what it was to, how to finance or how to budget my money. My aunt is the reason I have no debt. Right now, I have zero debt. And the debt that I do have, like in my credit card, is just bills that I just send there to pay off at the end of the month. Thanks to her, I have zero debt. Zero debt. Most people my age cannot say that. And if they do, it's because they live with their mom and dad, and they have no rent, no bills, no car bill, no phone bill, nothing. I have to pay for all of that. But thanks to them, I have zero debt. I've been able to manage my money well. I could technically survive a year and some change, a year without work. Which is how right now I'm supporting myself through this trading journey, is because I have done so good in managing my money that I'm able to do this. And I will succeed. And that's the thing, is that you got to tell yourself, what are your reasons to get rich? What are your reasons, not even to get rich, but to become financially successful? Well, my reasons are what I said. I want to be able to give my uncle and my aunt and my immediate family, right? The life that, well, I can't say that they've never had it because they do kind of have it technically. They're very well off. But I want to give them more. I want to be able to give them more to the point that I could tell my uncle, listen, you love your job? Yeah. Do you want to quit? Yeah. Okay, then quit. I'll take care of you guys for the rest of your life, you know? I want to be able to give them that. I want to be able to give them more. Or even if he doesn't want to quit. Hey, all expenses paid to the Bahamas. Or, hey, all expenses paid to Disney World. Or, hey, I'm going to book you guys all expenses paid to Ruth Chris, which is a very prominent steakhouse in the U.S. Or, I don't know, something, anything. Hey, I'm going to get a limo driver because my uncle, he drives a lot. And my cousin, he's in school right now. He's very smart, him and his wife. They're very, very smart. And they're both going into medical school right now. One of them to become a surgeon, the other one to become a PA. But the thing is that they're very smart. And my uncle and my aunt drive all the time, sometimes even most weekends, to Miami. That's a 3-hour drive from where we live to visit my cousin. And my uncle would have got, he would have been done with a 24-hour shift, back to back. And he'll still make that drive with my aunt, and he'll still drive because, he understands my aunt could get tired sometimes. She's a very busy woman, and he'll still make that drive. Tired, exhausted, but he'll still make that drive for his children. That's what type of parents they are. They just sacrifice themselves so much. And if I can be able to tell them, hey, listen, I booked you a private jet to fly from here to Miami. Oh my God, why would you do that? That's expensive. I'm like, don't worry about it. I got it. That's what I want to do. Something like that. Perfect. Because something like that, I know my uncle will be like, he will never spend on, because that's unnecessary budget, and that would probably dig a bit into his money. But if I'm making a lot of money, right, then why not be able to give that to them? I'm frugal. I am happy with what I have. If I'm making all this money, I am happy technically to keep the lifestyle I had. Like, would I want to get a bigger place than what I have right now? Honestly, I'm happy in the apartment that I have right now. It's right in the city. I have everything I need. I have a great view. I have no roommates. Why do I need a bigger place? Is it a need or is it a want? And this is the question we all have to ask ourselves. Is it a need or is it a want? When you start receiving financial success, what is a need and what is a want? Because this is how a lot of people lose their money. Right? This is how a lot of people lose their money, is because they start getting money and then they start spending more than what they're receiving. First, you want to make sure everything in your life is in check before you start spending. Second, you want to make sure that if what you're spending on is a need or a want. All right? And I know this isn't right now trading, this is more like life and psychology, but this is something I have a lot of experience with, especially when it comes to money, because I have been very broke in the past. I have been thousands and thousands when I say thousands, I've been thousands, and I'm talking about USD, thousands of dollars in debt. And I've been able to remove all of that, and now I'm, here. But the point of the matter is that you want to check what is a need and what is a want. Right now, if I started making a whole bunch of money, would I buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari? Let me think about that. Would I buy it? No, I wouldn't buy it. Do I need it? No, I don't need that right now in my life. I'm in a different type of journey right now where what I would need is probably a ute, or Australians call it a ute. Americans, we call it a truck. But since I'm in Australia right now, I'm going to call it a ute, right? So I would need a ute. Do I need a brand new Series 79 Toyota Hilux? I would love one. But do I need $130,000 debt or 140? I think it's 100. The Utes 100,000 plus, easy. Do I need that kind of debt right now? I don't need that kind of debt right now. Like, I don't need it. And it's a Ute. It's gonna get dinged up. It's gonna get scratches. It's a work truck. I don't need $100,000 Ute. It's a Ute. It's made to be ragged out and dent up and dinged up and whatever. What I would get is a car, or it's a Ute that would cost probably about 20,000. 2000 teens, low Ks, second hand, great condition, no rust. I'm happy with that. That is knowing where your priorities are and your needs and your wants. I don't need a Ferrari right now, and for me, my favorite car is a Ferrari. Lamborghini, it's all right. I like Lamborghini, don't get me wrong, but a Ferrari is where my heart's at. Do I need it right now? No. I don't need a Ferrari right now. So what I'm going to do? I buy a Ute. Old Ute, you know. And there you go. Something that if I'm backing up, I don't mind hitting a concrete wall to know that I'm close to it, you know. That's what I was doing with my old Ute. Since it was so big, it was a 2001, you know, Hilux. I would back it up, and until I didn't sometimes feel the little tap, bing, I wouldn't stop. Because it's an old Ute. It's a 2001 Ute. It's made to be, you know, dented and dinged a bit. Not like on purpose, like full on reverse, like smack dab in the middle where it leaves a big dent. But no, like a little love tap. Like, you know, like a little love tap. Never hurt anybody. But the thing is that your wants versus your needs, you got to start prioritizing now. If you're just wanting to get rich quick and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to buy a Lamborghini, I'm going to buy a Ferrari, I'm going to buy blah, 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 I'm going to be like Hugh Hefner or Bruce Wayne with a whole bunch of women in my Bugatti, like whatever. What's your priority? Is it just to get rich? And don't get me wrong, that's all right. Like, getting rich is not a problem at all. Like, everybody wants to get rich. I want to get rich. But your priorities have to be in line with you, with who you truly are. And that's the thing. We just got to find our priorities and set our things straight. We got to find our true priorities. And it does take time. But, like, for example, for me, I always wanted to buy a Ferrari, like I said. Always. But now my priorities are changing. I know what I want. I still want that Ferrari, but maybe in the future. If not, can I afford one in the future? If I can afford one in the future, right? Yeah, I could buy one. But if I'm traveling, and because that's my thing. I want to travel. I want to see the world. I want to travel a lot. You know, I really want to travel a lot. Is it worth me buying a Ferrari right now? Not at all. What? So I could leave it parked 6 months while I'm in Venice or Cannes or Naples or Florida, Miami, you know, Fort Lauderdale, Colorado skiing, then, you know, Cancun, Mexico. What's the point in have a Ferrari that's going to be parked 6 months out of the year? There's no point at all. I'm just spending money on things that are unnecessary. Might as well use that money. And when I'm back in town, you know, since I'm wealthy or whatever, I probably have, you know, a good solid network. I could probably get in contact with somebody who has a Ferrari or rent it out. I don't care what people think. Oh, it's rented. Can you rent one? You probably can't rent one. I was looking at one of them, and to rent a Ferrari is probably, let's take a look at it right now, actually. There's a place here called Halo Rentals. Halo Rentals. Halo Rentals, no, that's Ohio. Oh, it's because is this the one? Yeah, Halo Rentals. This is it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is it. All right, let's see. Rent a car. Let us see. I want to see a car. Can I not see one of your cars? All right. View looks exotic. Exotic. Let's see exotic real quick. What do we got here? Exotic car line. Blah, 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 blah. Alrighty. Here we got the exotic rentals. A G-Wagon. Do I want it? Actually, I would get a G-Wagon. That's one of the cars I would totally get. Why? The weight of it. Tax write-off, baby. Tax write-off. I'd totally get a G-Wagon. I get a Ute that I could ding up, and I get a G-Wagon as my daily. Do I need anything more than a G-Wagon right now in my life? No. Do I need a G-Wagon right now in my life? No. But I'm saying if I really wanted to get a car that was like, okay, it's my, it's my extra car, I get a G-Wagon. It's practical. It's higher off the ground. So, obviously I'm in Australia. The roads could get flooded. I could take this or I could take the Ute. It's just a daily. It's more secure. It's stronger. It's nicer. Especially, if I'm living the life I deserve, why not have the car I deserve? And a G-Wagon, the thing for me is also this. Why a G-Wagon? It's more practical. You got 4 doors. You got a trunk that you could put stuff, The Ute, I use it more for your daily runs. For this, I'd use it, as a nicer car. But it has 4 doors. I could fit people back there. Would I get a Lamborghini Urus? Not really. It's a nice car, but I wouldn't get it. These are the cars right here. A Lambo? No, don't want it. Do you have a Ferrari? A Ferrari? I'm trying to see. I'm looking for a Ferrari. Ooh, an Aston Martin Vantage. I'm trying to see, guys. Huh. Well, apparently they don't have that Ferrari. Like, do you have Ferraris? Like, where's your Ferraris at? You only have one Ferrari. It's California too. Well, that's kind of sad. I used to be a Lamborghini guy, and don't get me wrong, I do like Lamborghinis. Like, let's just take this as an example. I could rent out a Lamborghini Aventador in the future and be like, yeah, let me take it out. It's just for me, like, a Lamborghini for me doesn't, like, inside, yeah, it looks nice, but it just doesn't appeal for me that much. A Ferrari appeals to me a lot more. But the thing is that we go back to wants versus needs, right? I don't need this. It only has 2 seats. If I wanted to pick up friends and I'm in my Lamborghini, what am I going to do? Oh, just hop in the trunk. What trunk? There's barely any trunk space. That's the thing. You got to prioritize your wants and needs. If I wanted to rent one for a day, yeah, by all means, I'll rent one for a day. If somebody says, oh, it's a rented, well, guess what? Can you afford to rent a Lamborghini for $2,500 a day? I highly doubt that normal people that are so close-minded are going to be able to rent a Lamborghini for $2,500. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Oh, look at that. I missed it because I was talking about cars. So right here is where I would have taken my my trade, guys. Right here. As soon as it crossed that. But it's alright. There'll be another opportunity. But the thing is, guys, that opportunities come and go. See, so in this case, I would have put my stop loss up here, right above the fair value gap and the VWAP. As you can tell, it's bouncing off the VWAP, beautifully signifying a push down. It broke down past this double top, as you can see. So I would have bought mainly right around here, me personally. So I would have dragged this line right around there. Boom. That's where I would have bought, with a take profit of right around down here. That would have been my take profit for the day, guys. Right there. Could I still get in right now? Yeah. Could get in still. Do I want to get in now? No, I don't. Why? Well, it's Monday. I'm taking things extra cautious and extra slow. But right there, guys, that would have been a perfect double top bottom right there. So that is my setup. That's why right here, when I mentioned earlier, normally I wouldn't take this right here. It doesn't, it's right in the middle. Unless it's something like a double top and double bottom. Those are the only things I will take in the middle. Really. Those are the only things I will take in the middle because they have proven for me a little bit more concise, a little bit more real. So yeah. But let's go back to the conversation. So, needs versus wants. That is the whole point about needs versus wants, guys. You want to find what is a need in your life and what is a want. A Lamborghini, especially when you're starting out just to show off, is not a need. In my case, a Ute or a daily car that's dinged up, not bought firsthand, not like what do you call it? Not brand new. I never buy a brand new car. Why is that? Because as soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates. I prefer somebody else to buy a car brand new, thinking, "Oh wow, it's a brand new car. It's a brand new car. Look at me, I bought a brand new car." Dude, you just got a car that as soon as you drive it off the lot, is going to depreciate on you. Now you're upside down on your loan. Congratulations. Thank you for taking the job away from me. You know, like now you did the job for me. Now when I buy it from you, now it's going to be fair value because you took that depreciation away. You took the hit. I don't have to take the hit now. So even if I buy an exotic car, Lamborghini, a Ferrari, I will always buy secondhand because I'm not going to be the guy to buy it brand new, so as soon as it touches the asphalt outside, it depreciates on me. Nope, not me. No. So, needs versus wants. That's the whole point of this conversation. When you start making money with trading, be frugal with it. Figure yourself out first. Set up yourself with a 6-month to 1 year of emergency funds and go from there. Once you have at least a year whole of emergency fund, then you can start splurging on things. That would be my own opinion based on what I do. Because for me, what I do, in my own opinion, obviously this is all not financial advice. Okay? All that I'm saying is not financial advice. This is what I've done and in my opinion and my own thinking. Okay? So what I've done is that 1 year of 1 year of savings, and then the rest little by little build it up. Once you have 1 year of savings, in my own opinion, that's when I could do more with my money. Everybody's different, right? But the thing is, that's really the thing. The thing. This coffee gets better and better though, the cooler it gets, really. But guys, I think I will be ending the stream right here because yeah, I missed my entry right there, but it's all right. You know, it's okay. I'm not mad about it. There's going to be more opportunities. I'll come back live later when I do see something in the market so I can show you guys live. But besides that, have a beautiful rest of the day. Enjoy your lunch if you're in Australia, and see you next time. Radtrades.